My name's Joellen. I'm a personal trainer and nutrition coach at one of our local gyms, and I want to go over a little bit of time today on some prehab, is what I've heard it referred to, meaning foam rolling some of your muscle groups. The most difficult today we're going to work with is your hip, and doing that before your workout so that you can release and lengthen those muscles so they are ready for the workout, and then following up your workout with the same routine in this foam rolling exercise. So we're going to address three areas. One is your TFL, another are your glute muscles, and then finally your inner thigh. So let's start with inner thigh. In my class, I teach foam rolling class at my gym, and I treat this like a human body pillow. So you want to lay down next to your body pillow. This even works for beginners. You want to hit those trouble spots. You want to put your leg up on top of your body pillow like you would. My elbow is right under my shoulder, and I'm going to roll all the way from the top of my knee all the way into my hip complex and back out to my knee. So I'm reaching, and you can modify, how bent you keep your leg. You can lengthen it a little bit more or bring it up more to 90 degrees. Some people, if you find a spot that's a little tender or takes your breath away a bit, you may want to sit in that for 20 seconds and just let that muscle relax. I found a spot right here. I'm actually going to lift my heel up just a little bit to kind of manipulate that muscle or get that muscle to move. And then I'm going to finish with one more foam roll on that leg. Then I'm going to switch to the other side so that you'll be able to see the other side. So let's get the other side again. Again, this should only take you about 10 minutes, doesn't take a lot of time, but your performance during your actual workout will be much better. So again, body pillow coming out on the side, scoop my puppy away, rolling all the way from my hip complex, he's doing his down dog, all the way in to my knee. Some of you that have trouble with knee tracking or have had knee surgery may find this beneficial as well. And again, if you find a little spot, sit in it for a few seconds just to allow those muscles to relax. Might manipulate my muscle a little bit by changing my direction of my lower leg. And then finishing up one more time with in and out. Nice. Everything else in my body is as relaxed as it can be, really focusing in on those muscles. Now, glute muscles, I want to work those next. You're going to actually sit on the top of your foam roller. And you're going to control the turn and the roll of your foam roller with your hands. You're going to open up one leg to the ceiling, kind of lean it out to the side. That way you can direct it towards the glute on that side. You want to lean a little bit into it, and you want to roll from the top very slowly, small roll, maybe like 2 inches one direction, 2 inches the other, and then all the way back down to the bottom of that glute, or all the way down to the bottom of your butt. Same thing, do it 2-3 times, that's plenty. Make sure you're relaxing that glute muscle. Going to do the same thing on the other side, using my leg to pivot. And again, I'm leaning a little bit to that side. So I'm trying to relax all the muscles and address all the muscles in my glutes, which runs down your hamstring. It's all connected. But your hip complex is a technical area that stays tight a lot of times, especially if you sit a lot at a desk. You'll want to make sure you address all 3 of these areas. And last but not least, I'm just going to slide down in front of my foam roller. We're going to hit the TFL. I'm going to come actually at my foam roller to the side. So I'm going to sit to the side of it. There's this nice little pocket between the top of your femur, the top of your leg muscle, and the top of your hip bone. It's like a little divot right in there, and that's where you want to place the foam roller. So I'm going to come at my foam roller, find that spot right between, again, using my legs to pivot. And I'm going to, this time, rather than rolling up and down, I'm going to roll forward a little bit to hit a little bit of that hip flexor, and then to the back. Most people find the tender spots are in the back, and that's more of your TFL. Runs through your entire hip complex, so you've got to get that one released. Bring it back. And to the back. Our bodies are all different. Everybody has these little tight areas in different places, and sometimes if you've had a really hard workout week, you'll find they've moved. So you just want to find them and kind of address them so that you can work them out so that they lengthen again and the knots get removed. And I'll do the other side real quick so you can see the setup. I'm going to roll my foam roller to the other side of my body, come at it, sitting next to it, looking for that spot between my hip and the top of my leg bone. You don't want to be on the bone, you want to be in that nice little tender spot. I always call it the sweet spot, but you'll see why when you roll it. Open up that hip and then roll forward. So bring your chest towards your mat and then bring your chest towards the ceiling, allowing that glute muscle to relax. If you find that tender spot, just sit in a couple seconds. And now you are all set for your workout. I would still do a few of your leg, like if it's a leg day, do your legs. Go ahead and roll them with basic rolls. If it's an upper body day, I'm going to come back and address that in a different video, but hopefully that will help you address all of the tender spots and all of the tricky spots and the trouble spots in your hip flex, if your hip complex. Thanks, join me for the next one.